Hello, so I'm bringing through an energy update and also want to talk about what's happening right now because you may have been aware since around about Saturday that you just felt this huge wave of uncomfortable feelings of doubt, of fear, of insecurities, just not feeling good at all. Maybe like a feeling, it's felt like there's just this dread inside me, this feeling of dread. And what's actually coming up for us right now collectively is we're going through huge, deep ancestral wound clearing right now. So, really, those things that have been suppressed in our ancestral lines that have been buried deep are starting to really. We've been going through this healing for a long time, but there's just a huge wave of this coming in this week. So, when I started to feel it last Saturday, I didn't realize at the time that this is what I was experiencing, although I was questioning when I feel these kind of emotions. I know clearing's happening. I've been really experiencing this feeling of expansion, all these amazing things starting to open up, and then boom, I'm just hit by this wave, and my body is incredibly. Saturday, it was just like Saturday night, boom, incredibly tired. And then I start feeling, oh my God, what's wrong with me? I can't, my energy's so low, and all these doubts, all these fears, all these confusions. And then I start to realize the message starts to come in. I start to get these visions in meditation where I see this treasure chest and I see these beads, these blue and red beads, and I get the message that these red beads are related to, like rosemary beads. These red beads were related to our blood, our lineage, our ancestral lines, and what's been coming in the last week. Because I'm about to go on this trip with a friend who's coming over to England in July, and as we've been starting to connect about that, I've been getting a message read the 727. So the 727 is a number sequence that Spirit started showing to me a long time ago as I was awakening, probably back in 2018. This number started coming in, and I've been decoding this number ever since. And I started to see the two as this keyhole. And it started to come through symbolically as being a keyhole, and these sevens as these mirrors mirroring each other. And I started to realize that this during this time, during this journey that we were going to go on together, because actually the person that I'm connecting with, we discovered together recently that this is also their personal number that Spirit have been bringing in. And we have these two sevens, these mirrors, and we are going to activate these codes within each other as we connect to the land. And it started coming in about the land that I live in. So I live in England. Where do you live? Right. And I was like, I live in England and I've grown up in England and I went to school in England, yet I know nothing about my English roots. There is no identity in England. What are our roots? What is our culture? We're not taught any of this at school. History was one of my favorite subjects, yet I wasn't taught anything about, we were taught a bit of Egyptian history, which again was inverted, was distorted. We were taught about the world wars. I was taught nothing about our English roots, our ancestry. And why does that happen? Ask yourself wherever you are. Were you taught about your true history? Do you know your true lineages going back in time? The answer is most likely no. Why? This was purposely done to de-root us, because if we're not connected through our bloodlines to our lineages, then we are not grounded, we are not rooted, we are stuck in we are in these states of confusion, and it means that no matter where we go, so being rooted does not mean we're rooted to one place. It means that wherever we travel, we feel connected, we feel grounded, we feel secure, we feel stable, because we are rooted in who we are. We are connected to our ancestry, and it's so, so crucial and important. So by derooting us, all of these all of the knowledge, all of the gifts, all of the wisdom. So I was telling you, I was seeing this treasure chest because our ancestors, our lineages, there is so much wisdom. There are so many gifts. There are so many hidden treasures in our lineages that are just waiting for us to discover. So right now we're going through a collective purging or release, however you want to look at it, these deep emotions that are coming up of fear, of doubt, of confusion, of suppression. It's been coming in strongly for me while I've been working with clients is the actual suppression of the throat. And my throat chakra has been going through an update this last week as well, just in alignment with this. Because if you start to look, so I started to connect to my friend in Ireland and to her lineage as we did some land with the work. land with the work. We did some work with the land. I mean, as you're connecting to the land is communicating to us. So you're being asked right now to really get out in nature as well, so you can start reconnecting back to your roots, because the roots of the land are intimately connected to the roots of our ancestry. One could say they are one. So as I was doing this, and she started to look deeper into Irish history, and she started to realize about all the suppression of the Irish language, how literally, at school, kids were punished severely if they spoke the Irish tongue. And I started to think to myself, oh, I wonder if that happened in Britain as well. I bet it did. They outlawed the Irish language. Why? Because it's source frequency and vibration. It's full of keys and codes and gifts and activations. So they had to distort our language and suppress it, suppressing our throats, our ability to speak freely, to speak from the heart, to be connected to the land, because our voice, our song, our language was intimately woven with the roots of the land. So I was thinking, well, what happened in England? I bet the same happened in England, and we could see in Wales, in Cornwall, in Scotland, all these languages that were suppressed. And whilst it wasn't done the same, there was punishments as well to children, bad, severe punishments to stop us from speaking. So right now, these deep ancestral lineage wounds are coming up to be clear. But as they clear, then what we're left with, we're left with connecting back to the gifts, to the treasures, to the hidden knowledge. And I started to get this message. And I'll take you on this journey with me, on my channel, as I go on this journey of activating these codes within me, so you also can mirror that in your own life if you choose to take this journey of going deeper on this connection. Because as we go deeper to the connection of our ancestors, to the land, and we heal and we activate those gifts as well. So yeah, there's going to be things on our path that are difficult to face, difficult to feel. But as we feel it, we're literally letting it go, and we're literally making space for those treasures to open up. So that was the message that I was getting, that as we're connecting to the blood, to the red, to the roots of our ancestry, to the land, which is intimately connected to the land. So it means connecting to the land as well. As we're connecting to the land, to our ancestry, then we're actually opening up all these gifts, all these treasures. So I'm just going to breathe a moment. So I guess the message I'm trying to bring through is that right now you might be feeling these massive waves of really awful, uncomfortable energies. I know I have. It's not been nice this last week. I've been experiencing the week before lots of things opening up for me, and feeling like, oh yeah, I'm in alignment. Things are happening. It feels great. And then all of a sudden, boom, in comes these waves, these clouds, and I'm knocked to my feet literally on Saturday night. I just all of a sudden felt that it just felt like the whole energy of my body had just moved out, and I just could hardly move. And I had things to do that week, and the Sunday I was just like, I just can't do anything. I'm so tired, and that brings in all these conflicts. And it's only really been the last few days that it started to click in, as I've realized what's been coming through with the ancestors this week. As I was asking these questions about my ancestry in England. Well, what even is my ancestry in England? Why do I even know this? And then I asked Spirit, I said to Spirit, bring to me teachers that are on the new earth energy, teachers that have been on this journey, reconnecting back to their roots in England, masters that can help me to connect, and things that were coming in that I was starting to think about, that I was starting to question. Well, boom, in comes this teacher, just put in my path as I opened up and asked. And then as I'm listening to some of her information, it's just the information that had started to flow in, and I started to connect the dots. Basically today, as I opened up the Akashic records, because I'm a soul guide, I'm a soul healer. I take people on a reconnection journey to do this deep inner work healing, to awaken the keys, the activations, the codes inside. But I've also recently trained as an Akashic practitioner, so going into the energetic library, and I'm soon going to be co-hosting I've got a new channel being launched on Sunday with my Akashic Master Healer mentor. Oh, just wait a minute. The technology's going funny there. Interesting. And so I opened up the cache today, and I've got this group I do, my Reconnect online group. It's a you can work one-on-one, but this is also an online offering where you do it at your own pace. But everyone that's involved in that, everyone that's connected to that one-to-one, well, I open up the Akasha every single week and I bring through a personal message from the Akashic record using oracle cards, and it just all clicked into place as I was in delivering this message about these energies that have been coming in, about these doubts, about these fears. And I started to see the lineage, the tribes. And I got the card, the treasure chest, the tribe, all these oracle cards started to spark off and connect me to the message that I'm delivering to you guys right now as well. That a lot of these feelings that we feel in our deep ancestral wounds from our lineages that are coming up, but as they clear, then we get access to the real hidden gems, to the truth, to the gifts that our ancestors, our wise well ancestors, our healed, vibrant ancestors are really wanting to give us. Our ancestors are really, really around us right now, and they have been really in my life. I felt the increase of the ancestors with me. I'd probably say the last 6 months to 8 years, and it's just getting stronger and stronger. They are here to assist us, to help us, to guide us. They are cheering us on, right? If you are listening to this video, then you are the person in your lineage that has agreed to come in and really clear out that ancestral karma, those patterns, those wounds, so that they don't keep repeating. And everything that you have experienced in your life is there for you to see it so that you can heal it, because if you can't see it, you can't heal it. So most of what you experience in this life is not an accumulation of things from this life. It's actually things from past lives. It's things from our ancestry that we are coming in with, that we are picking up. So I'll talk about this in a lot of depth in week 4 of my Reconnect program about generational trauma, how I see it as this relay race. I see it as this, like, we're coming into the family line and we're like, well, I'm here, I'm picking up the baton. It's my turn. I'm going to do it this time. And we're coming in and we're picking up all the ancestral trauma, but we're coming in and we're like, right, I'm gonna do what I can in this part of my race. This is my race, and I'm gonna clear as much of it as can. And right now, if you are watching this video, you are central to doing that clearing. So you'll be likely feeling it even more, and your challenges will probably be harder and take longer to move through, because you're not just shifting your own energetic patterns, you're shifting the lineages pattern. So, but because of that, you've also got all these ancestors. The ancestors are around you right now, and they are supporting you, and they are cheering you on, and they are celebrating what you are doing, and they're saying just keep going because you are doing it. So like I say, I go into this in more detail in week 4 and in the quantum hypnosis that I bring through to help clear out some of these wounds. But you are doing it if you're watching this video, and I just wanted to bring this video through to help you understand, maybe if you are experiencing this right now, what you experience. But the message, okay, also just to say is that, like I was saying, everything you've experienced in this life is a mirror, so you can see the wounds. So you've got to see it, you've got to heal it, you've got to know about it to heal it. You've got to be aware, else you don't heal anything. It continues to be suppressed. So everything you've experienced, and they're just saying, if you just look back, listen to this video, look back, open up your heart to receive the message, you'll see why all these major traumatic events, challenges, dark nights of the soul happened as springboards to doing this deep healing work. So I just want to say respect, because I understand how difficult it is to be the one to do it, but I also understand how rewarding it is as well. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I feel absolutely honored to be doing this ancestral work for my family line. It is an honor to do it, even if it's hard at times. It's an absolute honor. So I hope that you feel that, and if you don't, you will begin to feel that as you continue to work through your healing. But I just want to say respect to those out there that are doing it.